Good evening. I'm Robert Gibbons. Day 7. Put yourself into a better place. Don't get restless now. We've come too far. So I'm just going to move right along into our tribute tonight. In honor of my mother, Dorothy, my father, Robert, my grandmothers, Versi and Maddie, and my grandfathers, Jethro and Sammy, I say Ashe. I'm so excited to be in your virtual company tonight. Thank you to Deborah Finston reaching out to me. Thank you to Anouk, to Barbara Branca, to Bunny Finberg, and to just all of my friends that I receive salutations and good job. Lourdes Zephyr, thank you. Liesel Burns, thank you for just being a part of this virtual company family. I have a itch for a children's book tonight, so that's what I wanted to start off with. And I pulled a book off my shelf called Life Doesn't Frighten Me at All. I hope you can see it. And the words are by Maya Angelou, and the painting is by Michel Basquiat. And Basquiat is buried here in the Greenwood Cemetery here in Brooklyn. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Words by Maya Angelou and paintings by Jean-Michel Basquiat. Shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Bad dogs barking loud, big ghost in a cloud. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Mean old Mother Goose, lions on the loose, they don't frighten me at all. Dragons breathing flames on my counterpane, that doesn't frighten me at all. I go boo, make them shoo, I make fun, way they run. I won't cry, so they fly. I just smile, they go wild, because life doesn't frighten me at all. Tough guys fight all alone at night. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Panthers in the park, strangers in the dark. No, they don't frighten me at all. That new classroom where boys all pull my hair, kissy little girls with their hair in curls, they don't frighten me at all. Don't show me frogs and snakes and listen for my screams. If I am afraid at all, it's only in my dreams. I've got a magic charm that I'll keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all. Not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Thank you. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Maya Angelou and Jean-Michel Basquiat. Thank you for blessing us tonight. Put yourself into a better place. Don't get restless. Let's keep the energy moving, reading and creating and constantly reaching out to each other. That's what we have to do in order to win. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Thank you, Maya and Jean-Michel Basquiat. I also pulled off my bookshelf for you tonight a book called A Quiver of Arrows by Phillips, a very well-known poet. His work is masterful. He's a very, he writes very well, and I commune with his work. So I pulled a poem from Carl Phillips entitled The Keel by Carl Phillips. The last time I gave up my body up to you, I was minded briefly what it's made of. What's yours is that I'd forgotten the flesh, which always I hold in plenty, so little sorrow for, because, oh, do but think on its predicament and weep. We cleave most entirely to what most we fear losing. We fear loss because we understand the fact of it, its largeness, its utter indifference to whether we do or don't ignore it. But then you were upon me, and then in me, and soon the token I almost never can let go of, I again begin to and would not miss them, the swan unfolding, upward less on trust than because simply that's what it does, and the leaves leaving, a single arrow held back in the merciless patience which, in taking aim, is everything and last. As for a grove in the flame towards any air more clear, the stag, but this time it's bent, head a chandelier rushing for me like some undisavowable distraction. I looked back, and instead of you, saw the soul at labor to break its bonds, that you'll become. I tensed my bow, one animal at attack, the other one suffering, and love without all suffering. The title of the poem is The Keel, from Carl Phillips' Quiver of Arrows. Thank you, Carl, for blessing us tonight. Another book I pulled off my shelf is called Shiver's Dream by Stephen Cramer. Shiver's Dream by Stephen Cramer. The title of this poem is called The Source. You could begin with my second day, how the doctor withdrew and the clergy stepped up to render last rites. I made it through the unknown mutiny of blood with only my hearing lost. It's because I was deaf for my first few months that now I'm kindled by song, and I listen for riffs to itch my fingers awake. The click and rasp of high heels is a lubricant to blues. In this city of facade and fever, I'm shanghaied to a dream, some species of luck tucking the prettiest girl in the street to my arm. I've always concerned by love or cornered by love at 2 a.m. I don't know what good fortune kept me here, what awaits, only that I'm located somewhere between a calm cry and dust, and I can only tell how close I am to the first. Remember this? Absorbed in my first hours. I got free rein for everything I'm gonna get all wrong. I can feel your breath like I can feel the surge of roots beneath these stones, because I'm a dangerous mix of beauty marks and scars. That's Shiver's Dream by Stephen Cramer. Shiver's Dream by Stephen Cramer. I'm so excited because life doesn't frighten me at all. And so far, before I read the final poet tonight, well, I'm so excited of introducing this poet to my friends. And Life Doesn't Frighten Me at All by Maya Angelou and Michel Basquiat. I also read The Kill from Carl Phillips' Quiver of Arrows. And I read The Source from Stephen Cramer's Shiva's Dream. I can say so much about this last poet, but one thing I can say is that she is a generous person. She's always given to the world, and she's always given to me emotionally, physically, mentally. She is a true mother nurturer on earth, and I'm so proud to be reading from her book. She is a friend, and she is a Brooklyn poet, and her book is so beautiful aesthetically, so aesthetically beautiful. And the title of her book is called Say Mirror by my dear friend, J.P. Howard. I want to read one poem out of her book to you tonight, because she is the mistress of, what can I say, the praise poem. And so I'm going to read a praise poem to you from JP's book, Say Mirror. Praise poem for today. Praise the first poet you ever read. Praise Mama who asked you to recite her favorite Margaret Walker poem. To church ladies at Abyssinian every Sunday when you were in elementary school. Praise sound of your voice then and now. Praise your inner child and her will to live. Praise Mama's cycle of sadness. Praise all those years you shed. Praise the couple who recited when they cried when they heard your Trayvon poem. Praise black boys you rap in stanzas. Praise sons who live in through candlelight vigils. Praise your shattered past and your unknown future. Praise sweet sounds of word on your tongue before they stain the sheet. Praise poets who split themselves open to save lives. Praise all the poems you don't want to write, but will to save your own life. Praise secrets that burn the page. Praise ex-lovers who will never die as long as you write. Praise beauty of a new poem pushing her way to the surface. Praise her shape on the page as she unfolds. Praise poem for today by my dear friend J.P. Howard, Say Mirror, from Operating Systems here in Brooklyn. Life doesn't frighten me at all. That's our mantra for today. And because I pulled these distinguished poets out for you today, I'm just going to do a recap of them. Maya Angelou and Jean, in collaboration with Jean Michel Basquiat, Life Doesn't Frighten Me at All. Wonderful book. Carl Phillips, A Quiver of Arrows, his wonderful poem, The Kill. Stephen Cramer, The Shiva's Dream, The Source. And my dear, dear mother nurturer herself, maternal mother nurturer herself, J.P. Howard, Say Mirror, praise poem for today. I thank you all so much. I hope that you're thriving. I hope that you are realizing and dreaming. As we shelter in and shut in, we are still moving into the glory of who we will become. Thank you. Put yourself into a better place. I'm Robert Gibbons.